And welcome back. This is Baller Scuba with more Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 3, the story so far. Dmitri attacked and occupied the Durandal in order to obtain the Zohar emulators, the ignition keys needed to awaken the original Zohar. Xian and the others boarded the Durandal to stop him, but he managed to escape them at the last moment. With the emulators under his control, Dmitri rammed the entire Durandal into Abel's Ark and brought about the awakening of the original Zohar. As a result, Omega, which had taken in the Zohar and the Ark, transformed themselves. Current objective, infiltrate Abel's Ark and stop Dmitri Yuriev. I feel like and stop Dmitri Yuriev has been our last 5 objectives. We've been unable to do it to this point though. But we're actually going to take care of plot today. We're done with HaKox. I'm so happy. I should note that I did do a little bit of purchasing off screen. I did purchase G vaccines. I bought 40 of them. They will be useful because I want my characters to resist G. And right now I'm kind of focused on one party. Chaos already comes naturally with 100% resistance, so I give it to the other 2 characters in my party, which are right now Momo and Cosmos, who's obviously in my party because she's in the lead. Gonna buy one more trap, and that should do it. I think I still need to equip the ESs before we move out. Maybe that's just me, though. For the time being, we're going to tell Matthews that we are ready. I talked to everybody here. Oh, I did not talk to Mary. It's been a while since we went down and checked. I'm sure she's fine. You know, she just got shot. I'm sure it's just all worked out well in the end. I should probably check on her. So we will head down and see if anybody has anything new to say before we move out. I like it better when we talk under the starlight. How you doing? I'm fine now, see? I'm in perfect shape. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm not going to say you're wrong, but you're also, digitally enhanced, I'm sure. We let our guard down. I never dreamed someone could take over the Durandal, especially my lover. I'm saying it. Mary and Shelley are doing both Guinan and Junior. I'm saying that. They're doing it. You know it. Yuriev will pay for this. He's going to pay for what he did to the Durandal and sweet Guinan's body. Well, at least we'll make him pay. You can't actually leave when, the holodeck is activated, so we're going to turn that off before we head out. And we'll see if the professor has anything new to say. Bunny has something new to say. The underground Scientia organization. So, it really does exist after all. Yes, it does, Bunny. Its founder was a woman named... Is that just Melissa? Melissa Ortiz. Apparently, she was a skilled police officer. Sorry, I was distracted by looking for your real face on the back of your head. I think you're just covered... No, I don't think it's there. I don't think it's there. It's weird. It's weird. Maybe that's an actual tail and not a little bobber. Just because Jin's given it his seal of approval, is it really alright to use a program from that suspicious person? You mean the professor? Is it bad that I just noticed that Assistant Scott has a fanny pack and he's wearing it backwards? Like there's a right way to wear a fanny pack though? Doctus is her name, right? I just can't bring myself to trust her. Actually, it's Doctus. Seriously, I live in Anaheim. I see people with fanny packs all the time. We're going to Disneyland. Yeah, I bet you are. Oh, even Scientia's appeared. I bet I can learn all sorts of fascinating technology from them. It's no exaggeration to say that almost all of the technology we currently use comes from Vector. Yeah, it's really weird when you think about it. But Scientia opposed the UMNs, so they developed almost all of their technology in-house. Interesting. So, is Scientia like the indie organization? I don't know. It's hard to draw a parallel. Maybe it would have been easier if I was trying to draw the parallel when the game came out, but... years later, it's not easy to come up with a good parallel to Vector and Scientia and Hyams and all that kind of stuff. And the more that I learn about them, the more the parallels just kind of go away. Alright, I think we are ready-ish to go. Like I said, I still need to equip my ESs properly. Anytime they give you access to new ES equipment, you want to buy it and equip it immediately. It will help you out more than you can imagine. How you doing, Matthews? We overwrote the gate jump program with the one that chick gave us. We can head out anytime. Let's do that. Alright, you ready? Yes, I am. Good. Then we'll just charge right into that thing. Indeed we will. But first...
Kanan, we have to move out right away. What is it?
Yeah, you should really be buckled in. I know sci-fi doesn't usually use seatbelts, but probably a good idea in this case.
Are you checking something out?
That's a very strange question to ask a guy in front of a giant robot when he's at that viewpoint.
Chaos, have you ever wondered why you exist?
To give everybody hints that I know more than they do, but never actually give them that information?
One's reason for existing. That's a difficult question.
He's doing it right now.
I'd like to think it's for the people I care about. For everyone. But my existence doesn't necessarily mean people will be happy.
I'm happy you exist, Chaos. It's kind of a weird way to put it, though. Like, your existence just in and of itself makes people happy? Is that what you're... I don't know. You kind of lost me here. You're missing a couple steps in the middle.
Yes. Sometimes just existing can hurt others.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
Chaos, you know, don't you, that I am such an existence?
I always operate under the assumption that Chaos knows.
You remember?
Yes, with the information on Program Kanan.
Yeah, could you fill us in on that a little bit more? Refresh our memories a bit? You didn't really go into it that much before.
And all this data. There's no way I wouldn't remember.
Codename Lactus.
Hey, now you don't know he knows that. Why are you giving that away?
Yes, that's my reason for existence.
But you didn't desire that. It's not by your own will. You're not responsible.
Even if it's all happening in my subconscious, it's still my responsibility.
The courts don't necessarily agree with that every time.
I was created for that purpose. To reject Program Kanan is to reject my own existence.
And my own name.
You could hide who you are and continue to live. But that's not the answer you seek, is it?
Not a very good life when you do that.
Correct. I cannot deny myself. I am a Realian.
Congratulations. I think we were already aware of that.
The only one who can give me a reason to exist is the one who created me.
That's not true.
Chaos. If only that had been you.
Hell, for all we know, it could have been Chaos.
What should I do now?
Kanan.
I'm not going to give you the answer because that's my existence.
Transfer column signal confirmed. Initiating jump now.
We're gonna hit it! What do we do?
Get a hold of yourself! Charge right through!
And we've seemingly landed and made it. Not entirely sure where, though. We do get a database update, which I will definitely take a look at before we go. And I'll also take this opportunity to actually equip the ESs so that we don't struggle in the next dungeon. Alright, database entry should not take long here. Couple new ones. We have an update to Citrine. She was given the ability to function as a failsafe in the event that URTV unit number 666 Rubido went out of control. Genetically XX, that is to say, female, her physical capabilities are identical to those of her male counterpart Negredo as a result of Salvatore's genetic modification technology. They differ only in that she does not also function as a host for Dmitri. And also, she's kind of mean. Not necessarily a fan of Citrine. That is it for her, but we do have something unknown that is new. Apparently not even Abel's Arc, even though now we know a lot more about it, now that we're inside it. We have an update to Program Kanan. Program that Kanan goes so far as to call his reason for existing. It is believed to carry out some sort of observations within Kanan's subconscious. The exact identity of codename Lactus is unclear. We don't have that filled out here, do we? Lactus. So I'm kind of drawing a blank right now. If they did tell us, I've forgotten. No! That is it for the database update. I'm going to take this opportunity to re-equip the ESs because, well, this is an ES dungeon. Should be all ready to go. Let's head out. And hopefully we won't have too much difficulty. Keep in mind though, we're in a giant Gnosis, so we'll probably be finding a lot of Gnosis enemies as we go on. I might be a little underleveled for this, but you know what? Levels don't really matter in an ES, so I have a lot of opportunity to make up for it in a bit. But we have made it inside Abel's Arc. So we will just head forward. This place looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. Warps, though. They are a thing. So destroy it and move forward. Yeah, it looks really complicated. It's not nearly as bad as it looks, though. Head forward, destroy that. Spawn over here. Okay, now. Can I sneak up behind you? No. Oh, one of you gets to go first. You guys hit hard. These are Ashmed Bapuzes. I'm sure I absolutely butchered that, but that's what they are nonetheless. What can I do here? Let's do that, then that. I have to redo all my math in my head. I guess that'll do. 4 hits. A couple of lasers. Swift. Down it goes. All right.
Destroying enemy units.
Oh, down that one goes as well. All right, and we did get Anima level 2. That means the next time I get into a fight, I will be using that. I can do... Oh, it does make it so difficult sometimes. All right, just 3 from you. That Drakh is difficult to pull off. Missiles don't do very much damage at all. It lived? Well, that's not good. All right, it's up to you now. What can I pull off here? One of each. Okay, down that one goes. Oh, you better believe that one went down too. The guy that went first got to go again. That's not nice. All right, this time... Yeah, I can't... I'm gonna have to readjust Asher a bit here. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Yeah, it's pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the best way to go. That Draka's just costing too much energy. Didn't go down. Not even close. I need the power of the Drakh. Good enough. It'll go down. But down it goes. Down it goes. Lots of skill points out of that. I will be using those as we go through. For the time being, we're going to head up here, though. Destroy this. Spawn down here where we can get access to an ether pack out. Not necessarily worthwhile in this dungeon, but definitely a good item to have in the future. We will move on and head over to the right, which is the way forward, as I'm sure you might expect. Like I said, it looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. Oh, looks like we have some machines in here, which is a little weird. We have a VRA 3500 STs. You just take the opportunity to charge. Get your health back. Actually, you charge too. So everybody's back up to full in time to watch Dinah absolutely destroy these guys with an X-Buster. Oh, Dinah can do it too. Maybe I'll show them off again sometime later so that, you know, we can actually see how much it actually takes to take them out. Oh, couple levels and a new special attack, I believe, for Ziggy. We'll take a look at that. A couple ether cores that I can then sell. Let's take a look at what Ziggy was able to get there. Special attack, intruder, single, massive fire plus medium break attack. Once again, they keep on pushing fire just like they did with Hind. That's not necessarily what I want to do with Ziggy, but hey, you know, the medium break, you can't beat that. I'm actually gonna distribute a couple skill points. I'll be back. All taken care of. Let's continue on. We'll head to this one down here first. Yeah, right now I'm kind of working on stat buffs, so I want to get those kind of as soon as possible. All right, over here we can find a D-beam. Let's take a look. I don't think we have seen that before. We'll look at the Reuben, why not? D-beam. Do we already have one? Oh, we already had one, too. It has beam. It's a defensive one. I'm not a big fan of them. As you can see, I don't have any equipped. They take up 5 slots, and you know, most times I'm going to be encountering a set of enemies and they use different attacks, but in boss fights they can definitely be useful, but for just regular dungeon work, not something I would necessarily recommend. Alright, we'll head down here. I believe it is the Gnosis enemy again. From here I want to actually head southeast first, which will spawn me over here, counterintuitively. But over here we can find EX Skill Key 3. That should be used pretty much immediately. But it does mean more work for me. Opens up the remaining 4 groups of EX Skill groups. Sure. They're added to the skill line. We'll take kind of a brief look at them, see what I will be using, what I won't be using. Break heal, not that big of a deal for me. I do want to actually learn Rare Hunter. Ether defense is also going to be used. I'm not a big fan of the vamp stuff. It's kind of nice, but not that great of a big, or not that big of a deal for me. I might get Best Ally, Curse. It's deadly in this game, but considering how little HP I have compared to the enemies, it's not that big of a deal. I'll probably skip it. Then we'll look at, well, all these that I'm definitely going to be learning. All of that. Yes, that is all good. First time getting to see the type blank criticals, higher critical rate to those enemies. Definitely something that I want to look into. It will be one of the last things that I do learn, though, because they are very expensive. They haven't told us how much the master skill will cost yet, but I assume these will be learned before that. but after level 7, so we're a long way off from learning this stuff. Cosmos gets to learn more ethers. It's not something that I care about for her. It's not that great. Maybe the break heal will work for her. The best ally probably. Short counter definitely. But outside of that, it's not something that I care about for her. Chaos, more ethers that I just don't care about for the characters that I'm building a separate way. Medic Arrest, I'll probably teach that to Chaos. As you can see, it requires max skill points, 999. I believe that's max. I'll be getting it if I can. Probably in bonus videos, though. Rare Hunter, once again, going to be teaching to Chaos. Heat is not for Chaos. I'm sorry, not the way that I'm working with him. And then some more stat boosts down here. They are a long way from being learned, though. More stats for Shion. That's not going to be useful for me. Maybe, yeah, Medic Arrest and Best Ally if I can get it. And then those are not going to be good for her either. Rare Hunter for Ziggy, maybe. I don't know how often I'm going to be stealing with Ziggy. But the short counter, type G critical, those are definitely going to be important. Best ally as well, if I have the room for it. Nothing else for him. Jin. Nothing here. Nothing. I just... Type G critical. There we go. Best ally, once again. Maybe. It's expensive. Not necessarily as good on Jin for me. He's kind of one of my main attackers. And nothing good here either. He's pretty set. It's just the type G critical that I'm definitely going to be getting for him. Junior was the first. No, Junior is the last. So let's take a look at Junior. Best ally, once again, maybe. Rare Hunter for him. I do like that on him. All of those are definitely good. And none of those. So once again, it's primarily going to be stat boosting stuff. I wish they would give those to Cosmos, but Cosmos does have great stats as is. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then I'll eventually probably get all the way down to the end of the line, and we'll start going down the other line because it'll actually be cheaper to get the stats that way, as opposed to the EX skills at that point.